Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to watch Caro 45 gameplay, and the hero of the day is going to be just Leon. I haven't seen the replay, right? I know the score. Once again, we are continuing this trend with Clan Wars River tanks because I played with them so many times. There is so many videos with them already. You can find everything via the index, right? And we will continue this trend until we will be done with every single Clan Wars River tank, right? But the most important thing is this guy is going to slaughter everyone, and this is whenever tank is working to perfection. And we are seeing here very aggressive approach by the Caro. I have a history with this tank itself. I marked this vehicle and it was so painful. I was so on the edge. I was testing my cheer quality and whatnot. It was dreadful experience for me. In the end of the day, we dealt with it, and I think we dealt with it relatively quickly. But I was extremely angry while playing with this tank, to say that the least, right? Anyways, this matchmaking is pretty much perfect. This matchmaking is ideal for this guy, and he is having a slaughter party here. He is making a decision to go for full magazine. No, he left one in the mag. Okay, so he is pretty much saving DPM out there, so it is not necessarily bad. If you are wondering how this tank is working, this tank is tier 10 auto reloader, just like Progetto is. It has 4 in the magazine, and obviously more shells you are shooting, longer reload do you have. So the most beneficial way to do the things is pretty much to shoot one by one if you want to have the best DPM, although it is completely unnecessary because, I mean, it's auto loader. You can shoot, let's say, 2, 3, 4, and then you can chill for a minute until you are reloading fully, right? So that is important thing to say. Now, this game, obviously, it looks like he's going to have a great time. I am looking into matchmaking. It is a tier 8 matchmaking, so he's kind of top dog in the field, if you know what I mean. Plus, if it is not enough, enemies are pretty much ignoring him, like he would be a shadow, to say that the least, right? This is how it looks like to me. And he's on the deep reload. By the way, Carrot armor is existing. Carrot has a bit of the armor, not much, but it can bounce one or another shot, especially whenever you are dealing against the lower tier tanks, right? In this kind of situation, tier 8s. Anyways, okay, star 2,600 damage, and now this gentleman simply needs to wait until he will fully reload. Although, looking into the city, I would say it definitely looks like he is going to get overwhelmed by how many enemy forces are sitting there. Oh yo, T-57 heavy. You know what? I would love to be in this gentleman position. Honestly, everyone is ignoring him like there is no tomorrow, and he is saying, oh, I am enjoying the farming here. Okay, I see. So far, so good. 3,800 damage, a bit of the assisting damage as well. Baza is tourist for sure. Baza is turbing himself all over the place. T-57 is a bit traveling as well and exploring the world of tanks. And this is the situation which you want to have whenever you are having extremely great games. You want to play against the tourists, but you want to have tourists as well who are not getting too involved into the situation and who are playing relatively passively, so you can get all the damage out there for yourself. I know it sounds selfish, but this is how those humongous games are made, right? They're made by you having a bad team and enemies having a bad team, but you are the one who is having all power on your shoulders and you are simply carrying it. Now, looking into all of this, I would say this gentleman is a bit greedy. By saying this, I mean he is not fully reloading, he is not waiting until his DPM is going to be top notch. He's doing everything in his pace. He has a shot, he is firing, he has a shot, he's firing, And when we are thinking about this, 12 seconds for 400 alpha damage, it is far away from being perfect. Also, one more thing, obviously, which I need to highlight, this gentleman is spamming the full gold. Probably he's trying to mark tank or whatnot, or whenever you got the Clan Wars Revar tank, obviously you do not want to miss the shots or anything, right? Also, Caro is that type of tank which has a very derpy gun handling. I truly want to highlight this. This gun handling is far away from being ideal, okay? So since the gun handling is not ideal, he can hit pixel shots like there is no tomorrow. No, hit that. I dare you. Carro 45 is the best tank in the world of tanks. It has the best gun handling, and if you are missing a shot, it's your fault. It's just equally good as Leo 1 is. Obviously, I'm messing with you. The tank has a derpy gun handling. This gentleman knows what he is doing. You can see that by him shooting through the stones or through the remains of the buildings, through the gaps, however you would call this, right? And now I believe the time will come when he will become greedy. I would guess he is going to go in front at this point. No, let's see, am I correct or am I incorrect? Are you greedy, buddy? Are you greedy? No, he's still patient. Okay, 5.7 thousand damage, by the way. If I would be in his place, probably I would already be greedy, mother trucker. At least that's what I think. Meanwhile, Object 430 spotted in the open field. Oh, this is a pure farm. And he's not even reacting. Oi. Excellent, what can I say? Extremely good play, patient play, but holding one of the better positions in the game, right? And it is important. Beautiful 7,000 so far, and at this point, I don't really think he's going to leave from this position. At least I cannot imagine him leaving from here. 4 seconds left till he will have 2 in the mag. 1 second left, and now. Beautiful, very nice. And at this point, the situation changed a bit, but I do not really think they will dig him out of this position, to be fair with you. I think he's going to hold this, and I think he will try to do as much as he physically and possibly can from playing here. And cupola shot of the phase 1, and then lower plate shot. I must admit one thing, the gun handling is treating this gentleman extremely easily, because I remember whenever I played with a Caro, I was aiming my shots fully, right? I was using the bond equipment and everything, whatever just helps the tank. And I remember I was missing most of my shots. Okay, maybe not most, but let's say you have a shot 200 meters away, there is a humongous chance you are going to miss, right? At least this is what kind of memory I have from the Caro. Now, is the tank good, speaking about the Caro? Is it worth to get it from the Clan Wars? Fellas, considering Progetto is going to get nerfed, right? Unless Wargaming will change their mind, but I really doubt Wargaming will say, guys, we messed up. You know, I really doubt it's going to be the case. Progetto will get nerfed. I think Carro might get a bit of the relevancy back. At least that's what I want to believe. Meanwhile, this Chieftain P veteran, he's going to take one for the team. He doesn't care. He's going sideways, and there is a reason why he's going sideways, because at this point he knows he's going to be just fine, and he is retreating for a reload. 8.6 thousand damage, fellas. 8.6 thousand damage. Not bad, and there is still plenty of the meatballs left in the game, right? There is still plenty of the damage to get. So looking into this game, I knew the score, I knew how much damage he is going to make, right? Looking into this score, he took very good position, as any World of Tanks player should do, right? Play to their strengths, and this is the score which this gentleman managed to craft. Not bad whatsoever. In fact, I would say it is absolutely amazing. Anyways, it is not enough to sleep. It is not the time to sleep. It is time to eliminate the enemies. He has plenty of choices. Enemies are kind of split up if you would pay attention, right? There is SMV somewhere here in the city. There is Cobra, who is slowly but surely trying to make pressure towards... Okay. I am actually shocked how good gun handling he has, okay? I am actually shocked how good gun is treating this gentleman. Congratulations. SMV is down, hip hip hooray, and now Cobra is thinking about approaching him. He needs, as a bare minimum, 3 shells, and still with the 3 shells, I do not really think he would be able to eliminate the Cobra. Okay, that's more like it. But Cobra is shooting hits, which is not very good for Cobra. Also, Cobra shot twice already, 3 times. So currently Cobra is definitely on the reload. Or maybe he is holding 1 shell. I would guess he's on the reload. Cobra reload is roughly 40 seconds or so. So at this point he can spam Cobra trying to escape, if obviously Cobra will try to do that. He noticed he isn't, or maybe he is. Or maybe he is. Now he's not trying to escape, so what that basically means, he's trying to cross to the bridge, obviously, to try to hunt the Mr. Cobra, right? If I would be Cobra, I would run for my life like there is no tomorrow. And as you can see, Cobra is trying to escape, although Cobra not as quick. Okay. 10,000 damage. I believe this zoom in, zoom out was celebration of 10,000 damage with a carrot, rightfully so. To be fair with you fellas, it is happening extremely rarely, especially with a carrot, right? I am looking into the choices which I had to show you top-notch quality gameplay and just overall to show how this tank performs in the perfect case scenario, right? And I had 2 replays in last 3 months with a 10,000 damage. Just saying, 2, okay? And there is plenty of 9,000s. Actually, there is one 9,000 replay. There is one 8,000 replay. So people are playing with this vehicle, but people are not performing that great because it is quite complicated tank to play with. In other words, you need to know what you are doing, and you need to be very good in the game. I would say nowadays Progetto, I'm speaking about the pre-nerfed version, right? I would say Progetto is better than a Carrot, right? At least that's what I think. Anyways, looking into all of this, quite a long game, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. 13 minutes battle so far, or 12.5 minutes battle, and this guy is slaughtering everyone, for real. Performance was, once again, very, very good. He took the key positions. Enemies were tourists in a way, right? They were making mistakes against him, and not that many people actually pay too much attention. And I must give a kudos for this gentleman for using this tank as a hold down. By saying this, he was trying to do his best in order to show only turret, and by showing only turret, that worked out very, very well. He found another Su pushing in front towards him while having full HP, so look at this. This is another 1,100 damage, right? And this is ideal, fellas, I'm telling you. Meanwhile, Esterva is capping the base, but the truth to be told, he cannot finish capping the base, right? He just do not have enough time. And I think Carrot understands this, but I do not really think Carrot cares about this. Carrot is thinking, oh my bananas, we are getting closer for a 12,000 damage mark. Come on, one more shot, 12,000 damage, one more shot, I'm coming, don't kill him, no! 11,969 damage. And I believe you can see what he is doing. He is looking into that Esterva, and I believe he is saying, you mother trucker, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to kill him. I had 12,000 damage. I had ability to get 12,000 damage, and I will be forever stuck with 11,900. At least this is how it looks like, right? And looking into the score from this gentleman, Looking into the score from this gentleman, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, just Dave Lyon, right? He got Ace Wanker, he got Radley Walter, Stop Gun, Steel Wall, High Caliber, Sniper, Schnitzel Medal. Looking into all of this, right, 1.7 base experience, which is absolutely crazy. Speaking about the score, right, so definitely amazing game, and in the end of the day he lost 45,000 credits. Not a big surprise, to be completely honest with you. I would take 45,000 credits loss anytime for 12,000 damage. Actually, you can take 500,000 credits, I don't mind. So yeah, anyways, looking into all of this, this gentleman pretty much did as much damage as his team combined, right? But once again, don't think about this tank as overpowered and broken vehicle, because this tank is not like this. I know it happened to be this gentleman had 12,000 score, right? There is a lot of luck involved. There is tourists in his team, there is tourists in the enemy team, or new players, however you would call them, right? A lot of people were ignoring him, right? And this is a tier 8 matchmaking where he could feel like a fish in the water. It is not happening all the time, and I truly want to say the Carro is not bad tank by any shape or any form, but it is not ideal. It's not the best tank in the world of tanks, and it's not the tank, oh, you must have it, otherwise you will lose half of your life, you know? No, it's not. Anyways, this is the first game. I have the second game prepared for you as well. Let's go. And for a second game, we have a pleasure of watching Shilveste. I do not know, I butchered your name, buddy, I apologize. From CSA clan, if I'm not mistaken. CSA clan is the top Czech clan, correct me if I am wrong. And let's see what this gentleman can do with his Caro. I believe you can see the trend over there. Every single guy who is scoring extremely high on this vehicle, obviously not only they are great players, right, but they are spamming the full gold as well. And I can tell you exactly why, because there is no reason to shoot APs when there is APCRs which are getting advantage of the 250 meter shell velocity and plenty of the penetration advantage overall, right? So this is the thing. Meanwhile, I can see a bit of the frustration against the 260, because 260 is kind of blocking him, but this is very common position to play, to be fair with you. So what that basically means, it is not a humongous surprise of having a bit of the competition in the position where which is very, very useful, right, to say that the least. So once again, not a big surprise. Will he be able to hit the cupola? He did. Very, very, very nice. Beautiful. So far, a couple of shots hit. Easy start, no hit points lost whatsoever. And now the question is how he is going to dig the 705. Oh, that is a very aggressive approach. This is extremely aggressive approach. I can tell you exactly why. If I would be this Conqueror, I would make sure to spank this carrot like there is no tomorrow. But luckily for him, he is having a bit of the tourist Conqueror out there, right? And he is just simply farming him. I have no doubts whatsoever he is playing to the certain extent hold down, right? But still, that was a beautiful clip, and Conqueror definitely haven't paid attention into the minimap. Why am I saying so? I mean, that was fairly obvious, right? Because if you have time to fully aim to the side of the track and there is only a fraction of the tank is visible, well, that should mean, you know, the guy is not paying attention. But look at this. Now it is a bit harder to dig this guy out, although sides should be penetratable. Yep. Pixel in the side, but once again, not ideal. Oh, no, into the neck. He can penetrate the Conqueror into the neck for sure, right? Keep this in mind. By the way, now I can see how he is going to have such a great score. I know how much damage this gentleman is going to do, and I'm paying attention into the maxi map. And if you would pay attention, he's on that Conqueror, bitch! And this is the main reason why you are not going into the beach, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Skill, why are you saying so? Because whenever you are playing on the beach, you are like sitting ducks, right? You are like a sitting duck for a people who are having upper ground. Not only your armor is becoming shitter, because if your armor is sloped like this and you have a guy up front, right, it's harder to penetrate you because your armor is sloped. But what is happening when you have a guy above you? The armor is becoming flat, so it's relatively easy to penetrate you. Meanwhile, this Conqueror is saying, no. Remember me? I still remember you, although Conqueror got slaughtered, and now this gentleman can actually breathe and he can do more bad things for the enemies. A bit of the greediness here, but that is alright. And at this point, probably he is going to become a bit more careful. This is a good start already, 4.7 thousand damage, hip hip hooray, but he lost pretty much 50% of his hit points already, even more than that, right? But there is always ways how to approach the beach warriors, right? He kind of needs to push a bit further ahead, but he's afraid of the tanks who never ever been spotted, and it is obviously Death Star and it is Leo, so he is trying to be a bit more careful. Meanwhile, he builded a bit more distance. Very nice call. And he decided to go for this STI. STI is down to fartable and STI is officially dead. 5,000 damage, hip hip hooray. Now the question is, will he ignore the beach warriors? Okay. He is ignoring the beach warriors and probably he is returning to the previous position over there. Fellas, I'm excited to see gameplays like this, you know, how people played in order to get extremely great score, you know. For me it is very, very interesting. I hope you are having as much fun as I do by looking into professional World of Tanks players playing the game and scoring like crazy mother truckers, right? You can see the reticle size from the distance of the 500 meters. The chance of actually hitting that is no bueno. He's escaping. Very smart. Very, very smart and very, very good. Now, look at this situation. What is happening here? 907 and TVP. One tank has autoloader gun, other tank has extremely good DPM and he's trying to run for his life. There is no tomorrow and he's saying help. A bit of the panic here, but that is completely fine. There is nothing to be upset about, and that was, you know, fair play, I would say. Fair play. You can see that very, very well whenever people are having a great reaction or the game sense or map awareness, right? Because let's get real, if this gentleman would not pay attention into the minimap, right, he would be dead already from the 907 and from the TVP, but luckily he did, right? So he survived just because of that. And let's get real, this guy is a great player. I think as a bare minimum he should be like 57% up win ratio player. That would be my guess, but once again, it is purely guesstimating. I do not know that, right? Anyways, beautiful shot into the TVP. He's going to go for a blind shot. I can see how he is looking at him. And he's being lucky. He just bounced with his butt another shot. Meanwhile, the score is already 7,000 damage. Okay, still 6.8 thousand damage. The same thing, pretty much 7,000 damage. And his team is losing, right? But there is plenty of the beach warriors who are returning back to life after having the fight for death in the beach, right? So obviously they will be a bit bled out in the same time. And usually people who are going into the beach, they are far away from being excellent World of Tanks players. Skill, why are you saying so? Well, I'm saying so because speaking about the beach, right, it is very, very easy play to play in the beach. All you need to do, you need to look ahead of yourself, and it's quite simple play. So for a new players, usually new players are thinking about this. Usually newer player, instead of taking a flexible position, he will better go somewhere where it's relatively easy to play. You need to focus only in front of you, and there is nothing shameful about this, fellas. There is nothing shameful about this. So if you are going into the beach, grab yourself mojito and you are ready to go. Just enjoy yourself. Anyways, what do we have? That was such a weird recording here, honestly. It was looking like it is going slowly out or zooming out, but probably that was a bit of the glitch. Doesn't really matter, it's okay. So, we know 3 guys are nearby. We know the 55 is nearby, we know 907 is nearby, and at this point this guy is thinking how he's supposed to help for the Progetto. He's considering his life choices. Meanwhile, side of the 907, beautiful shot. Oh, greedy, oh, greedy, oh, greedy and lucky, buddy. Greedy and lucky. He was down to one-shottable against the 55, and the 55 can actually hit shots like this. Yes, it's not the most accurate tank, but he can hit shots like this. I have a feeling he missed this M103, or maybe he just really wanted to eliminate the guy who is down to one-shottable, but it is how it is. Nevertheless, he is still alive and the enemy is dead, and now he is saying nyom 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 for this M103. Plus on top of that, they enemies have some people who are capping the base, in fact, Object 705. So our hero of the day, he needs to figure out how to decap the base in this kind of situation. But first of all, he's eliminating guns and base has been decaptured, so no more pressure on his shoulders, which is very, very nice. He's considering his life choices, and can he eliminate the M103, although he's looking for the guy who is capping. Beautiful blind shot over there. For sure, that was a very, very good aim from his side. Tracking shot into the E75. Once again, he's getting chanced. Quite a bit of luck over there. He honestly supposed to be dead, but RNG sometimes is saving us and sometimes RNG is banging us. Nevertheless, beautiful score, and he has some blind shots, I have a feeling. And he finished everything with a PP in the air. Beautiful play nevertheless, right? Bold play, completely different approach from the gameplay we seen before, right? Because this gentleman had balls made out of diamonds, you know. He was aggressive to the maximum and it paid off. Congratulations, very nice play. And looking into the score, he obviously gets Ace Wanker, Confederate, High Caliber, Sniper Schnitzel, but this game was way, way harder than the previous game. Previous game was against the tier 8s, it was against the tourists. This game was significantly harder in my opinion. All in all, 10,500 damage, 5 kills, quite a bit of blocking as well, and this is a very beautiful performance with 1.5 base experience. Speaking about the minus 82,000. Not a big surprise, fellas. This is the price which you are paying for playing with the tanks like this. So all in all, would I recommend to play? Would I recommend to take Carro 45 from the Clan Wars? Honestly, it's not bad tank, fellas. Marking this vehicle is very, very hard, and it's very brain damaging, to say that the least. But overall, if you are going for a game once or twice in a day with a tank which you deserve it in the Clan Wars, why not? Although, keep this in mind, I do not know anything about the Chinese heavy tank which we are going to have in the Clan Wars, so hopefully Wargaming will give that to the content creators and we can have a fresh first impressions or review overall, right? Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are just excited as I am to see the gameplay like this. And if you want to see my gameplay with a Carrot, you can simply check out the index page. You will see YouTube videos in the right side corner very, very easily. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.